Thursday, July 23rd, 2026. We have a quorum. All right, everybody stand for the pledge. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Do we have someone that would like to volunteer and say the prayer? No. I will say it. Father in heaven, we come here today to make some decisions for the city of Point. Please be with us while we do that. Guide us and keep us humble. Amen. Amen. All right, now. We have one person for citizen participation, Sue Lacey. I have something new today, y'all, because there's been some discussion on the time frames. We've had some people that have complained. I have a new little toy. It's going to be 3 minutes. Okay?
We'll take that one.
Okay.
First of all, I don't know if anybody saw this post on the Range County Posted page about somebody up in Bogota. Okay? A lot of it is very damaging to a lot of people. A lot of it is untruth. And it's very, very discouraging for the city of Point. The reason I'm up here is the misappropriation of funds to take half of a pay salary out of the general fund and out of the water budget. That's a misappropriation of funds. That's exactly what Heather Rollins was accused of, but no charges were ever brought against her. Our water has got a brown tinge to it. It has not been flushed, and I don't know how long. Our water pressure day to day, one day it's up, one day it's down. Taking money from the water budget is not going to help our city. Thank you.
Thank you very much. How did you say to stop it? Reset it. Just hit the button. And reset. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Let's see. I don't know why I'm still writing because you probably already wrote it. All right. Let's see. I do have some announcements. This Sunday, the Richland Baptist Church is having a 150th anniversary. So I'm going to be at the church. We're going to give them a little plaque to commemorate 150 years. They have invited everybody in the city. Everybody's welcome. And their church service starts at either 10:30 or 11. I'm not sure. But the award ceremony and the celebration will be at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to go. Let's see. What else? We are still asking for people to sign up to be on the EDC board. We've had a few people that were interested. We haven't had any people actually put their name in the hat yet. So there are election packets ready. There are 2 people that are either rerunning or are leaving us. We won't speak of that. Anyway, that's all right. I'll show you just those.
And then
there's one on the back. Okay. Last time we were here, Marvin Henson wanted to talk about the history of some of the people in the town. I thought it would be a good idea if the citizens of Point had stories or family history that they could put pen to paper and they could bring up here. We can start a notebook of stories of history of Point, even whether it's family history, just all things Point. If you had something you wanted to relate, and we will create a book about that. Because we are losing our history with our people, the older people passing. So, okay. All right. Let's see. I need a motion to consent the agenda.
A motion to consent the agenda.
Okay. Second?
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. All right. New business. First on the list, discuss or take action, real estate agent Kathleen Honeycutt. Information regarding the old city hall and the barn on Avenue C. I have asked her to get us some information. If you want to come up. We have not put on for sale anything yet, but I figured before y'all decided what you wanted to do, you needed the information to work with. So she's here to talk about it.
Okay, I had presented it to Angela. Again, I'm Kathleen Honeycutt. I'm with At Home Texas Real Estate. And I did some digging. Your residential market is really good here for such a small town. Your business market, not quite as much. But I do think for both buildings, we can do something between 150 and 175. I would list a little higher, but then be very aggressive at coming down off of that if we aren't getting any interest. The problem that I kind of see happening a little bit is City Hall, having a tenant in there, it's great for having some income for you, but somebody who comes in there to buy that is really not going to want a tenant because most people who are buying in the smaller towns want their own businesses. So I'm not saying kick them out right now. I'm just saying we need to prepare them that when we list it, we have to give them a 30 to 60 day notice to vacate. And I know you have a lease with them, but I think there's probably an out because
They
the fact
just
they're
paid
inside
their
the
lease
city
off.
Oh, they paid the lease off? Oh,
Yes.
That's not good. So.
They're actually interested in purchasing.
They
if I
are.
put it up.
Well, that's awesome.
Yes.
So we can start that discussion before we ever go private market if you'd like. As far as the fire station, we did have somebody interested because if they wanted to do something there, but I don't know what their actions would be as far as selling. We do not have to list the property on the main market. We can pursue those opportunities first, or we can list and let those people come and see if they want to throw their hat in the ring for it.
Okay.
So yeah, do y'all have any questions about process or possibilities or any of that?
No, because I think my only question was about the tenant that we have right now, if they weren't the ones to purchase the building.
Because they paid the lease off, either you would have to, or the people buying it would have to buy out their lease for what they've invested in it through the end of the lease terms.
They have
That can be
6 more months.
negotiated.
I believe it's what, April?
I think it's April next year, so.
Okay.
Yeah,
So it may not be
27.
a big deal because we may not even get any offers for a couple of months.
Okay.
So it could be something that could be negotiated. It's really not difficult to do that.
Okay.
And a lot of people, if they're wanting to come in with some sort of business, a boutique or whatever, they may be willing to pay them back for the months that they want in, or do some sort of negotiation on that. So,
Okay.
So any other questions?
Well, yeah, I really don't, I can't think of anything. I know we're going into our budget.
Mhm.
So that's why I wanted to bring the information to y'all
Right.
before we got there, so that once we got there, we would have decisions that we can make. Okay.
So, and I'm going to leave some cards with you guys, just so that if anybody that's works for the city or is part of the decision making,
Okay.
they can reach out to me directly. It doesn't have to be in a forum like this. I'll be glad to answer any questions unless there are things that you don't want me to discuss.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay then.
Is there anything else y'all need?
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank
Yep,
y'all.
Thank you. All right, so that was no decision.
Okay.
Just information. And did you put her information in here?
I put the email in here.
The email in here.
Oh, okay.
It's in there.
Okay, so the email is in here that she had sent to us.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I haven't even flipped through it. I've been busy. All right, next is Trailer and Associates Grant Management Information presented by Ms. Howard. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Guys, I'm good. Thank you. Just brought a couple of little handouts. That's one of them is that same handout, but it's got a couple notes on it.
Okay.
Here you go. You're welcome. All right. Thank you, Mayor and Council, for having me tonight. My name is Lisette Howard. I work for a company called Trailer and Associates. We're a grant consultant firm. We have been in Texas for 52 years. One of the longest, if not the longest, grants consultant firm. We work on a variety of grants, HUD, community development block grants, FEMA grants, hazard mitigation grants. general land office disaster grants, a lot of federal, some state and local, some water development board stuff. Where we kind of do a little bit of everything. We're doing some of the flood planning stuff for the Sabine and with the Netches, working with some of the engineering firms that are doing that. So, our goal as a grant consultant firm is to get to know the community. What are your needs? As grant opportunities come up, is this something you want to try for? Can we budget for it? Is this a priority of the city? So one of the things I think that stands our grant firm apart from others is that I'm your contact. I help you with the application. I help you with administer the grant if it gets funded from all the way from application through closeout. Some grant firms will, you've got their different departments and stuff like that, then you never know who to talk to, but you'll always have me as your contact. We're based out of Tyler, but I live just south of Sherman in a little town called Howe. We have an office in Southeast Texas, but we're a small firm. We've got about 14 to 18 employees, give or take, depending on the month. You never know. So the point tonight is just to introduce you to an upcoming grant program, the Community Development Block Grant Program. It is a HUD-funded grant, but it passes through the Texas Department of Agriculture, so everything goes to TDA. The grant cycle is going to start here in a few months, probably. We'll have what we call a phase 1 due by the end of the year. There will likely be maybe a council resolution due October-ish. But you'd be looking at kind of working through the whole application next year, and then actually wouldn't start, assuming you get funded, until the following year. So you'll have time to kind of work in any sort of match requirements into the budget. The second page of the attachment that I gave you is a little bit of specifics about the grant program. So you guys are in the East Texas Council of Governments. They set the priorities for the region. On this list, it kind of shows your number 1, solid waste drainage, flood drainage, water sewer improvements, street improvements, sidewalks. This information, for clarity, was based on the last cycle. The COG has not yet established priorities. That meeting, and I put it at the top, is coming up August 6th at 12 p.m. Mayor, if you wanted to attend that, you could, voice your opinions for priorities that would be this top priority, because this becomes a scoring factor for the application. When you adopt an application, a resolution in the fall, and you say, yes, we want to apply, and we're going to pick one of these top tier priorities. You don't have to pick your application, your project, until you are kind of selected for funding and reserved funds. Then you get to figure out exactly what project you're going to apply for. This coming fall, you would literally just commit to a match, whatever that may be. The last cycle, based on y'all's population, was $15,000 for $750,000. So pretty good, substantial size grant and a very minimal match. It was only 2%.
So we would pay $15,000 and the grant would pay $750,000?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So yeah, that's what that would look like. Once we have updated scoring information, I will of course present that to you guys so that you know what you're looking at. Because this could change. We'll have our priorities. They'll probably be the same: water, sewer, street. Those are the typical things that are funded through this program. What could change are the scoring metrics. The next page kind of has scoring metrics from the last cycle. Show what the grant amount was, $750,000. The objective of the program is to sort of meet a low to moderate income population. According to HUD, points is around 65%. So if you guys wanted a big water project or sewer project that fits within that budget, she was talking about the water quality earlier, we could do some sort of a water project. If it's a citywide benefit, it's a little bit easier to meet the benefit requirements. If you're looking at a targeted area, sometimes we have to do what we call income surveys and kind of go door to door to be like, hey, are you above or below?
We've only got 2.2 miles, so you wouldn't have to go far.
Yeah. I don't think it would be too difficult. Ideally, we would want a citywide because you guys already meet that objective.
Right.
But there's other ways if we don't have a citywide project. And of course, we would discuss all of those options as we get closer to it. This shows what the previous scoring was. So the priorities we talked about earlier was a big bulk of it. Poverty rate is the next one that is established by census data. So there's nothing you can do to change that. Previous funding, match ratio is the next one. So as long as you commit depending on what it is, 2%, let's just say, for based on last time, as long as you commit the maximum amount, you'll get full points there. Previous funding is another big score. From what I could tell, the city has not had one in the last 6 years. That's how far they go back. So therefore, you would get full points there, and then you would also get full points on past performance because y'all don't have any grants in the last 6 years. In other words, you guys are scoring very, very well. Like, we did some projections based on this last stuff. Y'all were like 7. So depending on how things change, we will reevaluate that once everything changes. And, you know, we're always very upfront. You know, this is where we think y'all are. Do you want to continue? Do you want to apply? It's not that big of a deal. So if you want to apply anyway, even though you're fall, you know, we're going to hold your hand and do that regardless.
Okay.
So then it just talks a little bit, you know, this is how the match was broken out. This is where I got that 50 points for $15,000. And we'll have some additional information coming out probably August. The priorities will be set, and then the Unified Scoring Committee meets in September. My goal tonight is for the city to decide, yes, they do want to try for this grant, and if so, the next step would be to hire an administrator like our firm. The agent or this grant requires you to have a certified administrator. You have to take a test online, you know, make sure you can meet all of those requirements and understand everything about the grant, HUD grant, blah, blah, blah. So I've been doing these for almost 20 years. This is my grant program. I do some of the other ones too, but this is the one I know a lot about. And so, you know, we are really excited about an opportunity to work with the city. If the city would like to move forward, the next step would be to go through the procurement process.
Okay, and working with you, your payment comes from
The grant.
Okay,
The
yeah,
grant.
so how the budget works, let's just say you got a $750,000 grant with a $15,000 budget. We'd be looking at $765,000. Our contract will come out of that $765,000. The engineer's contract is you have to also hire an engineer, which how we do it is once we're hired and the city looks like they're gonna get funded, we do that procurement process for you, aside from the city actually going through the scoring and everything of the proposals. So we submit the ad to the paper, we do the templates, we do the emails, we do all kind of stuff. Our fee, the engineer's fee, come out of that budget. Okay, now you're left with $600,000 construction project. So all of that comes out. I know there were some concerns about we're a little bit behind on our audits because of things going on. TDA has a little loophole with that where you just have to submit a financial management assessment form once you are sort of in the running for the grant. If something were to happen and they were to say, sorry, we're just not comfortable or whatever, which we haven't seen that happen, we don't charge for our services. We only charge if you guys get funded. And then the same thing's gonna happen with an engineering firm. So, you know, in my opinion, the city, if they're comfortable moving forward, doesn't really have anything to lose financially.
I feel the same way, but it's up to you.
So,
Well, I think that I would like to probably hold this over until we talk to both Doug.
We
and-
do have 2 people that are absent today.
okay.
One is
Yes,
ill and
it's
one
a-
is at
I
an
mean, it's a
emergency.
large commitment we have. I mean, 15,000 overall is not.
And you wouldn't have to put it in this year's budget because if y'all decided to move forward, the grant would probably start January or February of 2028.
Okay.
So you guys would be in the next budget cycle by then, and you would be able to
Okay.
do that. Yeah, so if y'all decide to move forward, you can email me, let me know. If y'all need to do it on the next meeting, that's okay too. You know, I think we technically would have enough time, y'all could discuss it. And then what our firm will do is we'll send you all of the templates to the city secretary or whoever's gonna be doing that. And like, we can't do everything for you because we can't do y'all's procurement if we're not hired, but basically we'll be like, here's your ad, email it to the paper. Here's what you need to email to admin firms, including minority firms, because it is a federally funded project grant, so you have to follow a federal procurement process.
Right.
It's not just a simple, whatever your purchasing, local purchase policy say.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. So this is really just a discussion. We don't have to act on it today, but we can we can, if you want to table it, we can do that and then talk about it again at the next meeting. Thank you very much.
Yes,
thank
here's
you.
some of my cards, and there's one more
Okay, yeah.
printout if you guys want.
No action? Okay.
Okay.
We'll bring it back.
Sure, no
When we
problem.
can get everybody here. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.
Okay. Pass this one to Tasha.
Okay, can you give that
Okay.
so it can go to
Becky.
Becky or make a copy so they'll get a copy.
Yeah,
as
we'll
well.
get one to everybody. All right, next, let's see, discussing our 3C Auction Company contract, Colton Burns. Hi there, how are you? So we have got these cars in the parking lot. Not all of them are police cars, some of them are. You have an auction, right,
Correct. Yes, we've been contracted with the city prior
in the past?
and sold impound vehicles and other items that were needed to be sold. So we can still offer the same services at the same rate. I've sent Tasha a contract that's got all the information there. And basically what we have done in the past, we don't have to do it this way, but this is the recommended way, is an online auction. We get the largest publicity on it. It goes out nationwide. We offer shipping on everything that we sell. So we work with brokers. If there's somebody in another state or even another country that wants to purchase one of those vehicles, we can hire a brokerage to send those vehicles down to them. And that way you get the most money for what we're trying to sell. That's pretty much the gist of it.
And how do we pay you? Is it
So we
a
collect a
percentage,
commission only, yes.
commission only?
Yeah, so the
Okay.
commission rate on that is 10%. So we collect that at the end of the sale and we remit the city a check for the
Now, I
proceeds.
have a question. Do you do police vehicles?
Yes.
Oh, you
We
do? Okay.
sell anything and everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know
You
if you,
set like a minimum reserve on them, or?
We can, there is a reserve fee. So if it is a no sale, there's just $50 fee per item. And that just covers our cost for advertising it, the listing fees and the other things that are there. But otherwise, it's commission only. There's no $50 fee if it does not, or if it does sell.
okay.
So,
No, that,
So,
minimum bid on it.
one
Yeah.
of the key things, we don't want one of these cars, only one person bidding, so I'll give you $100. You know.
yeah, it's not anywhere near that. So, we have scrappers that we deal with that buy salvage cars all the time. They have basically a flat fee that they pay for any scrap vehicle.
And do you leave the vehicles here?
Yeah, the vehicles
Yeah.
stay here. We'll
Yeah.
come out to take photographs and videos of all of
Okay.
them for advertising and as well for the online auction. The catalog gets sent out to our mailing list, which is about 10,000 people currently. And then it also goes on our site, HighBid. Well, it's not our site, but that's where we host the auction. And that's a worldwide site that people are able to view anything with keywords. So if it says Ford or Chevy or whatever, that
Right.
listing is going to pop up for anybody that is searched for those items. So then they'll find the listing that way. There's other targeted ads that we send out on some other sites called Auction Zip. That's just a local
And
listing.
we can
for
post
people.
this on our website, right? Because we do have some local entities that will ask about the police vehicles.
Sure.
So,
Yeah, anybody that can share it, we always post it on Facebook. We get a lot of reach through that as well.
okay,
Marketplace, you reach all the local people that way.
Yeah.
The HighBid and Auctionplex gets it out to people that are further. HighBid has millions of registered bidders, and anybody that searches for that finds us. And
Right.
with us offering the shipping, you're not limited to the people within driving distance to come
Right.
and pick it up. We can send it anywhere in the country, and that's at no cost to you, the buyer. We pay all those fees associated with shipping and whatnot.
so, well, I know we need a couple in the parking lot that one of them's been there forever. Just take it with me.
Take it when you go. We're just starting here.
Anyway, what do y'all think?
I agree with it. Colton's done a really good job getting rid of our
In the past, he
vehicles
has.
and things that we needed
Yes.
to dispose of previously, and so I would be in agreement with it.
My biggest thing was make a reserve on some of them.
Yeah, I do think a reserve on some of the police vehicles, so I think
Yeah,
Joe would be a
take a
good
big
idea
hit.
to kind of head that up to, because he would know what they would be worth. I would
Mhm.
not, so.
Yeah, because some of them will have equipment in them.
Absolutely. And there's tons of comps out there. There's other auctions that we can give you links to that have sold these things recently. Police vehicles come up for auction
Oh, yeah.
relatively often. And then you can also look on Facebook Marketplace. The people that are buying these things at police auctions are trying to resell them on Facebook and stuff like that. So you can kind of get comps from like what the retail asking is on it and then what the auction value is.
Yeah, we need a fair
Right.
price on it. We're not
Absolutely.
trying
There's
to
a lot
make.
of cops that buy them for their off-duty.
Yeah, there's people that buy them for off duty. There's people that buy them for security. There's highway companies that are buying them to sit in
Just
construction zones
With the
Yes.
equipment in them?
with lights. and
with
stuff.
lights.
Oh,
yeah,
I
and
see.
it's
I mean, that's a deterrent. You don't see the equipment in the car when
Well,
you're passing by, but you do see those lights.
Well,
right.
yeah,
Yeah, typically what we do is we can sell it with the equipment in them. It's usually preferred that like lettering is stripped off because you don't want somebody
driving your
driving
car
around
somewhere else.
Yes,
I get that.
especially like if it said City of Point Police, you don't want that.
Unless it's between agencies and they're going to put their own logo on it.
Exactly. They're going to re-sticker it anyways. And then when you have a clean car as well, it's also opens you to more people. People can unbolt the lights. It's got the stickers on it. Sometimes that's a deterrent. There's a stigma around police vehicles and emergency vehicles just in the sense that they don't bring as much on the secondhand market because when they're driven hard. And when they're not being driven, they're idling. So that affects the value some. It's not going to bring as much as a residential vehicle that's got the same amount of miles, same stuff like that. But there is a market for it, and we can reach this.
Okay, well,
I make a motion that we accept the contract for 3C Auction Company to see what we can do for to selling all the vehicles, as long as we set a reserve for the
I
police
don't
vehicles,
think have a reserve on all of them, but
on the ones that are appropriate.
Yeah, we've already voted on about two. I think.
Yeah.
so, okay, I have a motion, I have a second.
Okay.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So,
Thank you, Carl.
okay, thank you,
Yeah.
sir. Please take that red card. Okay.
I'm tired of seeing that recall. We've talked about it like 14 times.
Okay then, next. Vehicles to sell or auction excluding 1604, the 1705 and 1706 that we were gonna keep for an officer. We cannot afford an officer right now, so,
Well, we know that and we were on that understanding a couple months ago. The thing is, we know eventually we want to get back to that.
it may be,
When we don't know. 'Cause we're still working on trying to get finances together. The thing I look at is that saves us money later on down the road. Because they're already bought and paid for. But it's just, I'm up in the air about it because I know that the auction's not going to bring what y'all think it's going to bring.
it's
Yeah, I
not,
understand.
It really won't. That money will be gone the first month because of paying bills. You
but if
understand what I mean?
it's
But
6 to 9 months before we can have an officer. that
I think
car's
we're
just
further
gonna
out
sit.
than that, quite honestly.
I think we are
and we may
too,
be.
Yeah.
I think we
may
are
be. I
too.
agree.
and
but-
it's just gonna sit in the driveway. It is technically beyond what our handbook says that it should be as far as age and mileage anyway. So we were pushing the limits to keep it with the officers in it.
Which ones is it? Which vehicles? Are they on this list?
It's the 1705, 1706, they are the better running cars. So they would bring more money than the others.
What do you think, George?
So then we voted to keep them, but that's kind of hard. Especially with
We
the way it's
did,
here.
but they will just sit there for a year.
Well, so what we could do, because we did vote to keep them, we keep them for the moment, see how the other cars sell. And then if it looks like we truly need whatever revenue that these two cars would bring, and it was gonna be further out before we can truly get even one police officer,
Right.
then at that point it can go back on an agenda and then we can then put them up. So keep them in the interim if we need to, but because we did vote on that
We did,
to keep them.
but
I don't know that,
I'm good with that.
I don't know
I'm
that,
good with that.
I don't know it's gonna be a long-term thing. I mean, we may get 3 months down the road, the others have sold.
And we still need
and-
to find out what Axon.
Yes, yes.
We still need to work the camera system, because we can't sell those vehicles with their camera system in it.
Right, they have to come out.
If that's going back to Axon.
And they were, so.
And we're not losing money by holding on to them.
What?
We're not losing money by
Yeah,
holding on
because
to
they're
them.
paid for it. So the biggest thing is we are covering them on insurance, because regardless of whether anybody's driving them or not, we have to cover them on car insurance. Right? Because they're ours, and if something, tornado comes through here and wipes them out, we need to get, the value of them.
But
So
you can't, but we carrying full coverage on them or liability?
I don't know the answer
If
to
we're not
that.
driving them, we're probably gonna drop it down to.
I'd drop it to the lowest.
As lowest thing we can.
Yeah.
So
And so I agree with that. I mean, I'm open to the idea,
right. I feel like in the end we're gonna end up selling them.
and I do too.
I think so.
But I think, let's see how the auction goes with these other four. Yeah.
We are struggling. We are supposed to be writing a letter of intent for IRS. And
Well, that-
we are
and
not
that-
having
but
that
that's-
payment
but
in
that
the
was
bank account.
the plan with the buildings, where that money's
Yeah.
going.
Well,
I mean, we have some good plans in the works to get the city back where it needs to go in the right
Right.
direction. We just hope all the ducks get in a row for us.
Right.
And some phone calls we got, but
I mean, based on the list, we have 6 vehicles here
And
that
if
we're gonna
we,
put up for sale.
if we're
right now.
getting $2,000 for the cars, and what are we gonna get for these? 4?
Yeah.
And if we get 5 for them, yeah, maybe we would. But what's $4,000 gonna do for us? Not a lot.
okay.
Be a one-time thing. So I
that's what, I'm open to the idea, but I'm just saying though that they're not gonna bring the money y'all think it's gonna bring.
I don't think it's going to bring big money.
There's
I think it's
thousands of them online, and they have a lot of
a lot of miles. Yeah.
The other ones that are online, stripped down, that they sell with nothing, they average about 50,000 miles.
Yeah.
And they're getting 13, 14 to 25,000 miles.
Right.
How old they are. But these with almost 200,000 miles, there's a couple of
We'll
them out there.
get 2, maybe 4, 5 if we're lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It, yeah.
I just don't think waiting like 3 more months is going to be such a big deal for these 2 vehicles.
2 vehicles.
And especially
Okay.
once we will sell the 6 that we have here, put them up for sale, that are listed, because we did already vote to keep the other 2.
we got 4 cop cars, a Tahoe, and the red car. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah, because the other one's already for the water department.
Yes.
It's already ready
Exactly.
to go.
On the other 4 cop cars, do we need to take the city of Point police
Yes.
off of them also
We do that.
before the auction?
And that's gonna cost us,
How-
unless he does all 4.
How hard is it to take
I'll
off?
go-
I thought you had said it was a
We'll
little
go.
labor intensive.
It is. If taking the letters off, it only took me about 3 hours to take the letters off. It just takes a rubber wheel and some alcohol and some sunshine to shine back up. I call it sunshine.
So,
Yeah, and I'll come over there and help.
But the equipment,
Or take
you have
them
to
off.
gut the vehicle out to take all the equipment out, and then you snap it all back together. That's a
Okay.
process.
the motion,
My motion is that we sell the 6 vehicles on the list.
4.
No, there's 2, because
6.
there's also the Tahoe and the red. It's on this
Oh,
list.
these 2 are not on that list.
no, we're just talking,
I mean, they're on the list, but we had already made a previous motion to, or previous thing to keep those 2 vehicles.
Which 2 are we talking about? The black one?
yes,
Which 2 is the black
keeping
one?
the same 2.
They are, yes, black.
I know the numbers on them.
1705 and 06.
I make the most. I mean, I second her motion. Her motion.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. All right. Let's see, mowing bids. Review mowing bids for the season. We have come into some problems. We do not have money for mowing bids. So we are going to, that's what one of my announcements was to ask for volunteers. I'm hoping that we can get enough volunteers to continue to mow. I've had 4 people that have mowed pieces. So I think we're going to have to continue to ask for volunteers because I have to apologize. We cannot accept a bid. And I know that's why y'all were here, wasn't it? Oh, the building. Oh, you're somebody else. You
No,
were the
I-
mowing.
Yeah, I recognize them.
Okay.
This doesn't surprise me, based on what I've heard,
Yeah.
what I've read in the paper and stuff. Understand completely. Really wish the city the best. Hope you get everything fixed up like you have a plan for it. When you're ready to put out to request bids again, we look forward to being a part of that process.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very
Appreciate
much.
it.
Yeah, thank you.
We do
Wish you the
appreciate it.
best.
Thank you so much.
We really wanted to, but we're gonna have
Yes.
to.
Well, and that's what I've been thinking all along. I was here a couple of weeks ago for your meeting at that time, and I was putting two and two together, and I thought,
And at the time, we had 2 mowers and didn't know if we were gonna get them running because they had quit a couple of times.
yeah, okay,
So we did finally get them running, I believe.
there you go.
Yeah. We parked them at his house. Every time something breaks, we take it to his house. He's free labor.
Sure. Okay, well, and that was one of the other questions I had in my mind is, I know that you've had some of the residents volunteering and mowing here and there, and I understand the state came through and mowed along the highway for you, it looks like once or twice.
Yeah, and I didn't even know they were doing that, I'll be honest.
I saw them
we never
driving
know.
through the other day,
Yeah.
they were spraying something. I thought maybe
They
just,
spray the edges so the grass don't grow.
oh, it was way out into the,
Were they?
yeah, and I thought, well, maybe that's kind of the inhibitor for Bahia grass or whatever.
Could be.
But yeah, okay, now, we appreciate the opportunity to put together the bid. I didn't even know, I kind of went out and guessed, drove the streets to kind of estimate the distances, and that's what I was prepared to discuss here. If there is a point where you want to scale it back, maybe take all of the roadways off, maybe you just need to have somebody come mow around City Hall, the library, the senior center, that kind of stuff, let us know, please.
Yes, thank you. We appreciate it. Okay, thank you,
Good deal.
sir.
Thank you.
Is it can we revisit another line?
We have to make a motion to reopen it.
Okay.
Which
So
one?
let her finish this one. We finish with this one.
Yeah, it was just
I
discussion.
make a motion to reopen, the new business, just the real estate, information regarding,
I'll second it.
City Hall and the barn.
We have to second it. to make-
Yeah,
to make a
yeah,
motion.
I'll just read it. Oh, do we have to?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, all in favor?
I only want to go to ask. Are y'all interested in that building?
Yes. Yes,
How, I mean, like, really interested?
Yes, like we want to purchase it, we want to make sure y'all are selling it, we want to know what it was for.
Oh, it's up for, it's gonna
And
be,
we are trying to get the funding for it.
okay. That's, let me know. All right. I'm good.
Yeah, as soon as we get something from the real estate agent about what the pricing will be, because it's a city-owned business, we can't just say, oh, we'll take $100,000 for it. It has to be fair market value, because it's owned by citizens. So we want to make sure that we do that, get those numbers from her, and then I'm quite sure that we can then open discussion.
And y'all have already paid your whole lease?
Yes. But the other question I do have is because there is no meter, will a meter be put on there?
It would have to be.
A water meter?
Yes, there is no meter on the property at all, there's no emergency cutoff,
What-
nothing.
What's right next to the building?
That is their, runoff.
The runoff.
Yeah, so they come 2-3 times a month, they open it, let it run.
Oh, that's the flush
Oh,
valve.
okay.
So there's no like emergency
Okay.
cutoff.
You have a toilet.
Yes.
Yeah, there's water there.
Yeah, so
It's
there's a
just,
toilet.
It used to be City Hall, yes.
Yes, there's a toilet and
Pretty sure there's a
sink,
shut-off.
there's no meter whatsoever.
Y'all don't pay a water bill?
Yes, I'm paying water.
Yeah.
We came
Oh.
to an agreement and I do. pay
Oh,
water,
okay.
But the meter that you're
We don't
reading
have a meter?
is not on the building. And we have paid all of the surrounding meters.
all right, we'll have to look into that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could have swore it was out front.
Yeah, me too.
It's probably covered up.
Okay, we can look into
Cause
that.
I sure like to keep y'all as neighbors. I mean, they're good people, but
Yeah.
I could,
He just spends his money over there, that's all. Okay, so do we need a motion or was that just discussion? Okay then, all right, thank you.
Thanks.
F, discuss and take action, split salaries, half to come out of the water budget, half out of general budget for finance manager, interim secretary. Let's be honest, everybody, we have got 4 jobs in that front office and we've got 3 people doing 4 jobs. And if somebody's sick, That's 2 people doing 4 jobs. So I don't know if there's a day that they all just do one job, to be honest with you.
They all work together.
So,
I make a motion to do it.
I'll second it. We have to.
Can we legally do it?
yes.
Without,
There's a way.
huh?
There's a way that it can be done. We can talk to Lee more,
Okay.
but we have talked to
We
Lee
ran it through legal.
Yes.
before this.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we can, we're not,
Because they all work. with the
No,
water department.
because-
They help with each other
yes.
all day long.
Yes.
There's only 3 of
I
them.
mean, Corey does the finance part of it for
Yes.
water and city. She sits at the front desk and takes water bills on
Oh,
the days that Rhonda's not there or during lunch breaks, answers phones. When the phone rings, somebody answers it.
Yes.
So,
I'm good. I just want to make sure.
yes, sir. Well, in the past, we had 4 people in the office. So we had a lot of, everybody had their corners.
Yeah.
You know, and they only helped out sometimes, but we're down to 3 people.
Plus, when needed, Ron and I will go out and read meters. So
Yes.
it's been done in the past.
Yes.
And
It's
it's,
cross training, and I feel like we have to.
and it's not misappropriation of
No,
funds. or
it's
anything,
not.
You know, so I make a motion to do.
I was thinking it.
Split the salary
Okay.
in half to come out of the water budget and the state property, and half out of the general budget for finance manager and terms.
Okay. Joe seconded it. All in favor?
I was thinking it, Joe.
George.
George seconded it. I'm sorry, I looked right at you too. All in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Okay. All right. Last thing, set a date for the general budget or
How
workshop.
far out do we want to do this? Because from school,
I know.
I know, and I know you've talked about that. We're making sure we can just, my goal with the 2 a month was truly to get us to budget. After budget, I want to do 1 a month.
Yeah.
Because kids are in school, people have got holidays.
People are busy.
Okay. So let's get we'll have 2 in August
And then go to 1.
and then we can go to 1. September, we will
That's
have,
what I was thinking.
we'll have we'll
we
do the
have,
budget. and-
we have to put it on the line item to vote to go back to 1, right?
No, because we said as needed, I think. We're checking on the wording on that. That's what I've got to check
I
on.
got what I heard.
Anybody remember when Doug's gonna be off in August, so maybe he can make the next finance one? Cause I know,
Oh, I don't
I know
know
he's
yet.
taking a vacation in August.
Well,
Is he going to be here or is he going somewhere?
He's going somewhere.
who?
Oh, well, then we don't need to schedule it for when he's on vacation.
Doug?
Yes.
Can we do August, do 1 council meeting, and then that Thursday do a budget meeting? So
Well-
they have 2 council meetings?
No, because a workshop needs to be separate from a meeting.
That's what I'm saying.
Instead of doing a second meeting in
Do a workshop.
August,
instead of-
do a workshop instead.
So do a city council meeting and then workshop after that?
Yes.
Oh, I don't care.
August the 27th, is that what you're trying to say?
Well,
That
'cause
day?
toward the end of the month, football starts, and I have to be at the games
Yes,
Thursday
you do.
and Friday.
Yes. Now, we can do a workshop earlier in the week. It doesn't have to be on, so
But I will
is
check.
Wednesday probably the only night that's good for you because that's the only
Yes.
night that there's no school activity, right?
So when you do it, Doug will be on the 22nd, 29th.
So can we do a workshop on August the 5th for a general budget workshop?
I'm good.
The fifth?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay,
August 5th.
okay, and then our council meeting's not till the 13th though. But that's okay, but we can
fine.
still do the
We
5th.
can still do the 5th.
Yeah, let's do the 5th.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good with that. And like the council meetings,
Can we do it the second week
Yeah, so it gives us just a little more time to get.
to get
some
ready?
stuff together.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So the 12th?
so the 12th, back to back again.
Okay, the 12th.
The 12th. Like if we're to 1 a month, then I can, move some
Move stuff
officers around to wait here.
Yeah.
To be here. on
For the meeting,
for
yeah.
meeting.
Yeah, I really only wanted to do 2 a month until we got a chance to give the citizens the opportunity to come in and settle things that they hadn't settled in 5 months, you know?
And to give
So-
all an opportunity to kind of get up
Yeah.
to speed on all the different
Right.
stuff.
So, okay.
Okay.
So August 12th. Okay.
You
Do,
need to make a motion.
I need a motion
Make a motion for August. Do we have to make a motion for that?
No, it's just a discuss. I mean, there's no action to take. We're just,
Y'all are agreeing to it. I think
okay,
we did
fine.
last
Well, I'll
time.
make a motion that we schedule a budget meeting, budget workshop for August the 12th at 6 o'clock.
Second.
All in favor?
All right.
Thank you.
And their next meeting is Thursday.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it'd be kind of like this week.
We're gonna vote to adjourn.
Again,
To adjourn.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Okay.
Second, yeah.
I-
Second. All of it.
I did really good till that last part, y'all.
It's fine.
And then I slipped. I was trying to run out the door.